Well, it's Sunday the 7th of April. We decided to come down to the river. Time to pick up all the branches that's fallen over the winter. You notice that big old pine tree that was here is gone. That swing set was laying over on the ground. We got a lot of branches that's fallen. This grass doesn't look too healthy. And that little mushroom concrete thing was laying over, and my duck was laying over, and that duck's been on this pond for probably 20 years. My bride is walking around picking up pine cones with these little grippers, and that's the easy way to do it. I just have an old stick with a little bucket on the bottom, and she picks them in. When it gets filled, she dumps it in a trash can, and by the time she finishes both sides, she'll fill up both those trash cans. The grass over here is pretty green. Needs cutting. Once we get these things up, I might cut it today, but boy, it looks lush and pretty. And although we haven't been down there and the water's been turned off, you can tell where the septic lines are. It's really super green. Just looking for damage, what we got to fix and what we don't have to fix. I can see from here that the step down there, I'm missing the bottom step again. That tide comes in twice a day, 24/7. Look at the pine cones. A little flower bed. Doesn't look the worse for wear for the winter. You can tell I left a Glad in this whiskey barrel. At least my callus hadn't come up yet, but a lot of stuff is coming up from the ground from the winter. That rose bush is flushing out. They were about to die here a few years ago. We've been slowly trying to bring them back. And my grandson's little pine made it through the winter. Well, the wind's starting to pick up. I call it 10 to 20. It's supposed to get 70. We came down here, was in the high 50s. There's a magnolia there. And you can see where a couple of the seeds off of it germinated in probably last year sometime, because it's grown that much. And you can look at the blueberries this time of year. They're like a deciduous tree. They shed all their leaves. They're really pretty when they turn color in the fall, and you can see the structure of it. And it's been warm down here as far as this blueberry is concerned. Hopefully we won't get any real super cold weather, but you can see that it's sitting out leaves, and it's sitting out appears to be flower clusters. Compost piles none the less for wear. The old fig tree is just a skeleton. We're going to have to trim back on this a little bit more this year. We're thinking about putting a garden building beside this shed right in there. Maybe a 10 by 16. We get a bunch of that little weed that pops up. You can tell that the compost pile is gone, settled down some. It's composting. And the grapevines, this is a muscadine, and I'm training it because it was over there for years, and we should have put it in the middle between two poles, and I'm training it over here, so I'll clear out most everything over there and use this trunk and work left and right from this spot for the future. This grapevine was a little on the puny side last year, but it made it through the winter. At least the rabbits didn't eat it. They will peel the bark off of them sometimes and kill them. And this one's fairly healthy, and I'm going to have a decision here to use this 1 liter here. Hopefully I'll get a bud out of here to go left and right, and I know I can get buds out of that to go left and right, because if I clip this off, these will start growing. That's my soap deer detergent. Now, it's not any good after a year, and I just forgot to dump that last year. All the leaves we covered the bed with last year were 6 to 8 inches deep. It's probably 3 to 4 inches deep now. Here's our dahlias that have come up. There's a big weed of grass in there I need to get out of there. The peonies have come up, and all these old irises from well over 100 years ago. As I said on the video about them, my wife's grandmother's parents came over here, I believe in the 1880s, and from Austria, and they brought these with them. And I didn't get around to dividing them, folks, but at 71, sometimes it's just too much to do. But anyway, if we can get us a little garden building set right there, it'll be nice. Still nice to be down at the river. We've been here an awful lot. We love this place. Well, it's 3:37 here on the East Coast, and we finished picking up all the sticks and all the pine cones on this side of the street at least. Cut the grass, which is adding to my new compost pile. I cut my neighbor's grass. And we're getting ready to go home probably here in a little while. I'm gonna stop by a nice barbecue place and pick up enough barbecue to eat for 2 or 3 days. Thanks for watching.